Women's sprint final now coming up. Race for gold and silver. Two champions head-to-head. Emma Finucane versus Mathilde Gros. Great Britain versus France. Race number 1 in the women's sprint gold medal match. Second position, just allowing a fair amount of leeway there for Mathilde Gros. Slow speed at the bottom of the track though as they come around to complete their first lap. A little bit more pace now, being pushed on the pedals there by Mathilde Gros. 1.5 laps to go. Race 1 in the gold medal match here between Finucane and Gros, and it's Mathilde Gros from France that will lead into the final lap. High on the track and a full acceleration now from the world champion. And Gros staying very high on the track, but that has allowed Finucane with that extra elevation to get some speed for free and go comfortably around the outside. So she'll go one up in the best of 3 here. The world champion, she sits on the top, one hand on the gold medal here at the Track Nations Cup. What can Mathilde Gros do to come back and force a decider? Solid ride in the first race from Finucane to go one up. Finucane drawing position number 1, so obligated to lead for the first half lap unless Mathilde Gros desperately tries to take over that lead position. The race for gold is on. Emma Finucane, the world champion, is one up. She wins this. She has the Track Nations Cup title here to add to the European Championship she won earlier this year. And, of course, the World Championship rainbow bands that she's so proudly sporting at the moment. Won in Glasgow at the Worlds at the end of last season. Stalking in second position, Mathilde Gros, powerful French woman, 2022 World Sprint Champion, looking to regain that form in the Olympic year. The youngster, though, from Great Britain, only 21, and Finucane, already a world champion in this discipline. She has been the standout sprinter in the last 12 months. Can she continue to show that form? Both riders now starting to accelerate, ducking and diving, weaving up and down the track, and Finucane desperately trying to cover that inside run. She comes into this final lap in control, the world champion. She stays high on the track, but Mathilde Gros a little bit too far back to capitalise and dive down the inside. So Finucane comes into the final bend. She looks really strong. Gros trying to close it down, but it's not going to be. Emma Finucane comes away with the win. The world champ gets the gold medal here in Hong Kong. So the sprint title going to the world champion, Emma Finucane. Really in control all the way through.
Emma Finucane from Great Britain. Ladies and gentlemen, please, once again, show your applause for our champion and medalists.
The final now for the men's sprint. Race for gold and silver, and it is a rematch from Adelaide last month. Matthew Richards from Australia. Can he get the better of Ota this time? He was unable to do it a month ago. We're a month further into the season.
Yeah, that's right. He's super motivated to have a good result in this sprint competition, and he wouldn't be too disappointed with how this race is starting off. Nice and comfortable, pretty slow. He's not giving Kai Ota much space. You can see he's quite close to his rear wheel, not giving him much room. He's going to be right there stalking him and making sure that he's close, ready to take any opportunity he can get to catch Kai Ota napping, not looking, going too slow. But we'll see this first lap slowly coming around, fourth corner into the final straight. Kai Ota taking height. He doesn't want the front. That's a clear message. And Richo now knows that Kai wants the back. And so it's up to Richo to now switch into the mindset of leading this out, getting his pace on how he wants to ride this race. You can see Kai Ota getting out of the seat, going for a move.
And down the back straight, they'll hear the bell as they come around. A little bit of more impetus in the body there of Kai Ota. Got to the back of Richardson, now dived up and down the track. Oh, he's gone off onto the blue band. Matthew Richardson did nothing wrong there. He'll be fine. Down the back straight, and the advantage is for the Australian Richardson. He's looking to see where Ota is, and here he is. He's up around the outside of him, but he doesn't get there. Matthew Richardson gets the first win. They are going to check the photo, but for me it was clear. Richardson got to the line first, so he goes one up in the best of three, and Ota ducking and diving up and down. He was all over the place.
Yeah, that was a crazy race from Ota. He was trying to get that sprinter's lane first, but he was just too far back, and Richo covered it. You can see here, he took the back position quite clearly, but he now was too close. Had to take more height to try and run at him and then try and get the sprinter's lane, but then Richo covered it off. Matt Richardson's on the front this time.
The race for gold, men's sprint final. Kai Ota from Japan versus Matthew Richardson from Australia. Richardson won the first race. If he wins this, he is the gold medalist. He finished second to Kai Ota in Adelaide a month ago. At the moment, he has one hand on the gold medal here in Hong Kong, China, Track Nations Cup.
Richardson takes right number 1 here. Ota knows what he needs to do. He's on some good form. Matthew Richardson.
The former gymnast versus the former rower. Both superstar sprinters now in cycling. Fastest qualifier, Matthew Richardson. Ota won the Kirin last night and beat Richardson in Adelaide to kick off the Track Nations Cup Series for 2024, leading towards the Paris Olympic Games, of course. Both of these riders want to be on the podium in Paris. Getting another win here for either of them. Great confidence booster.
You can see Richo having some height here, but Kai Ota is very comfortable at the back. He's leaving a good gap to make sure that he's going to keep this position. He's got a good target to run at. Richo's going to have to make sure he doesn't get caught napping here as Kai Ota's going for it.
So acceleration both riders, but Ota quickly up, and a look over the shoulder from Richardson, but it was a little too late. Ota has gone into the final lap in front. Can Richardson run him down? He has to get this win. Ota desperately trying to force a deciding race, and Ota leads into the final straight. Oh, and Richardson right up beside him. Super tight, incredibly close. I think Ota held on for the win. We'll wait for the photo.
Kaya Ota from Japan.
It has been given to Kaya Ota. So it's one race apiece. The gold medal comes down to a deciding race. So here we go. Do or die match between these two. One final effort in Hong Kong for both Ota and Richardson. Who comes away with the gold medal? What a big race this is. Both riders been involved in the team sprint day 1, Kirin day 2. Ota won the Kirin last night, and they're now into the round of sprints.
They would have drawn again for this final round, being the final one. They draw for positions, and Richo's drawn 1, Kai Ota drawing 2. Now, if I was in their positions, Kai Ota would be happy with that draw. He likes riding from the back from what we've seen so far as Richo goes high on the track, willing to give up that front position if Kai wants it, but Kai's broadcasting that he's happy in second spot as Richo goes down low to create some space now, try and pressurise Kai Ota coming into the business end now of the sprint.
Down the back straight, lap and a half to go, and look, a bit of a seated acceleration from Kai Ota. Richardson trying to counteract that at the bottom of the track. And think about the fatigue after 3 days of racing. One big effort is the last lap now in the men's sprint. And it's Richardson that's opened up a couple of lengths down the back straight. This is looking really good for the powerful Australian. Can he get the gold medal? Ota is coming! Ota is coming over the top! He may have got there. Kaya Ota, there was was a massive margin he had to overcome. The Japanese crowd, they are loving it. The team up to Ota. It has gone to Kaya Ota. I thought that was Richardson. The gap was huge down the back straight.
The closing speed of Ota was phenomenal, and that final push to the line, lunge, and just got it against Richo. Oh, what an effort. These guys have given everything for this final ride.
Kaya Ota.
The souvenirs will be presented by Dr. Chan Kwok Ki, MHJP.